Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials. Today I will try to explain how and when to use GML visual block, which is called if score. This is only one possible way how and when to use this or any kind of GML drag and drop blocks, so possibilities are endless and you have to do it on your own in your free time or game dev time, and do it as many times as you can. Experiment with blocks, don't be afraid. That's the best way to learn it. So this block is one of condition blocks, question blocks, where you ask the question to GameMaker: is some kind of condition fulfilled, is it true or false? And in our case it's today it's score. Score is variable, it's some kind of value, some kind of container which can vary, which can change. That's why it's called variable, and that score will be higher if player does something on the screen. In our game it is connected to collecting coins so far. In your game it can be connected to killing enemies, zombies, or whatever. I am asking, in my game, is the score is bigger than some value? If it is, if that condition is filled, create a portal to next level, to next scene. If it's not, don't do anything. So I'm creating the level condition for my game to advance to next level. So far we didn't have that. So far in my game I can touch with this white square, this brown square portal, the door to the next level without doing anything on the screen. So let's try it, and I will advance to level 2 like this. Okay, so that doesn't make much sense. I want my game to be more interesting, more fun to play, so I want to do this. First I need to collect all the coins, and then you can advance to next level. So far it isn't possible, so we have to do it. And the other thing which I want to do is to prevent my player of touching the door. I don't want the doors to be visible, to be on the screen, so I want them to be created only if all the coins are collected. So now the doors will be created, and now the player can touch them and go to level 2, which is much more interesting and can be again tied to any kind of condition for your game. So killing zombies, collecting some other stuff, fulfilling quests, and so on. First of all, I want to delete this go to level game object, go to level 2 obj portal level 2, but I also want to remember where it was on the screen: 640 and 320. Those are x and y coordinates, which I read in my bottom left corner, instance 21D and so on. That's this obj portal 2. So now I will click on it in my room and click on my keyboard delete key, and I don't have it now on my screen. So now when I test my game, there are no doors on the screen, so I can go here. If I collect coins or whatever, it doesn't change anything on the screen. Why? Because I haven't coded that yet. I have only deleted the door. So we cannot go to level 2 now. We don't have the door. We have to change that. So let's do it. If you have watched previous tutorials, we have used these variables score and health and lives, and we have put them in some kind of obj which was called obj game manager, and that is common procedure for a more complex game and more professional game development. You want to divide your information between objects, and you can that way you can control information in your game much more easily, and In most of the games you want to have some kind of so-called manager which will manage the game. That's why it's called manager, and he will like oversee the whole game and control the score, the lives, the health, the timer or something like that. And for more complex game you can even divide this game manager in couple of smaller game managers. So for example you have one game manager for audio, for soundtrack and sound effects, one for manager for particles, so it's obj vfx manager, obj sfx manager, and so on. So I have put set health and set lives in my obj manager when my game starts, and it starts with 3 lives. Set lives is 3, health is 100, and by default my score is 0, so I don't have to put that, but I could click and drag set score, I think here to 0. Yeah, it's by default like that. I think it will work anyway. And in step event, that is where I will code. I want to see what I already have here. I have here one condition which we have same with similar, sorry, like score, if score, only this is if lives, and I have coded before in one tutorial that when this white square touches the green square, which is enemy alien for example, it goes back to starting position and loses 1 life. So it will be like this: I touch the green square, my lives go -1, and so on. And if my lives are less or equal than 0, then my instance player will be destroyed. And you can read all of it here: destroy obj player 2. Great, but I don't want to do that today. I want today to do what? I want to test this condition. Is my score greater than how much? Let me test again my game because I have forgot. This coin is, I think, 5 points, so my score is 0. If I touch my coin it goes +5. Yes, okay, great. So 6 coins, it will be 30 points, 30 score. So if my score is 30 or bigger, advance to next level, how create instance of obj door. So again, I want to tell GameMaker to create instance of obj portal door when my player collects 30 points, 30 score. Okay, I need to find this block for my question. If score, and I will click and drag it above if lives. Why? Because if I click and drag it below, sometimes I will by accident click and drag it maybe into if lives, and now they are connected, and now this if score will be asked and tested only if lives is less or equal than 0. I don't want to do that, so you click and drag it more to the left like this, and that way it will be like another branch. So now GameMaker will test both this condition and this, and if I have put my if score into this if lives like this, this blue line is now on the right. I don't want to do it, but I will show you again. Yeah, it's now into it. I know I want it below, so look at this. Now line is under. I want it under, so line is under, and now it's to the right and it goes in. No, I don't want it in, I want it under, so it's like this. But again, to be more precise and more sure, it's much more easier to drag it like here. And as you can see, GameMaker as Scratch and as every other game engine lets me do these as many times as I want. If score, if health, if score, if health, if score, if health. I can make 100 questions, I can make 100 conditions for my game if the score is greater than 5, greater than 10, but that doesn't make much sense, so I will delete some of those. Yes, I need only one test for score here in my game on first level, so it's like this. It's like this: if the lives is less than 0, kill my player, destroy the instance, and if the score is what? We have 6 coins times 5, then it's 30. So if my score is not 300 but 30, not equal, it's much more easier for you to do. Yeah, you can do equal, but sometimes it's better to use greater or equal just in case, for sometimes GameMaker can bug or a glitch or something like that, or you can add by accident more for example, more coins or something like that. So just to be sure that everything will work fine. But we haven't said anything yet. We just said, okay, if the score is greater, do what? I have to put something in it, in that question, when the question answers true. So if the score is greater than 30, true, that's true. Do what? I want to do what? I want to create the instance of the door. So you can see now in my instance list here, I don't have door or on the scene, so I want to do it. It's called runtime. I want to do it when my game runs. So we have already done something similar with our player. So now when my game is running, my player is running, I'm creating my obj egg instances runtimes. That means in real time, when my game is running. So I want something similar to this. Now this is great, this is runtime, but it's connected to my keyboard press. I don't want that connected to my keyboard press. I want it connected to this condition when the score is greater. Okay, just I need to find what we have learned before this create instance. So you see how easily you can make more complex games and reuse your knowledge from before to create more complex games. So now I want to create my portal to the next level, to the second level, when my, again, be careful, I want it now I want it in, because I want it to, now my create instance will be triggered when only if this is true, and this time if it's out of it, it will be triggered after, but this only if this is true, and this doesn't care. It will check this one, okay, and after it doesn't matter if this is true or not. I'm going down, I'm reading down, okay, create instance. I don't want to create instance anyway, and especially be careful. Yeah, I have to save this now because I'm in step event, as you can see here. Step event, and now if I create instance, this step events runs 30 times per second, so it will be 1 second in the game. I will have 30 blocks obj of doors. In second yeah, I will have 60. In third second I will have 90 obj doors. So in like 10 seconds it will be 300 and so on, and it will be soon it will crash my game, and that's what's happened to me in video which I have already shot and deleted because my game crashed. I wanted to show you how it will crash your game, but it crashed it so badly, so I have to shut it down with my task manager here. So I don't want to do it again. So I will put this in if score, and I will need to pick. So it will be, yeah, maybe it will crash again. I don't think, but let's try it. Obj none. I have to pick obj portal, and I want it. Yeah, I forgot where it was. It was. Let's have it here. 320. 420 and 416. Oops. So I want it on 320 and 416. And yeah, maybe it will crash now. If the score is greater than 30, create instance. But I haven't said create it once. So let's see if this will work and if it will crash my game. At least we will see it once. So yeah, it can be again something which we can learn from. So I have score 15, 20, 25. So let's see now, when I touch this, the game will create. So this will work for sure. We have learned that if score block can be connected to some other condition to put some kind of question in it, but now this could be a test for another video, for another tutorial, how to create only one instance. Let me see how many instances this will create. Okay, it looks like it's one. It's working. I'm not sure if it's one. We will test that in next video, but I'm also not sure why is it 300 and yeah, let me see. I have to test, sorry, this thing again. 320 yeah, I actually want it in 640. Sorry, I was reading the wrong numbers. 640 and 480. Yeah, 640 and 480. Yeah, and let me try this. Yeah, first of all I want to make this player move faster, so instead of 2, let's go to 4 pixels, so it will be 2 times faster, so you can test faster. Later you can put the values back. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's my score is okay. Sometimes I'm confused by these kind of dumb questions or errors because I'm switching from game engine to game engine, but anyway, we have learned that this 20 minutes. We have learned that this condition test, if score, can be connected to other questions and make your game more complex. We have used this if score is greater than or to create instance. So we have connected the knowledge of previous tutorial to the one today, and we are making our game more and more interesting. And you can now make, for example, I have 2 rooms. You can make a couple of rooms and a couple of different conditions. So in the first room you can have, for example, if the score is greater than 100, go to room 2, create a portal to room 2. Then in room 2, if you destroy instances of obj enemy, create portal to room 3. Then in room 3, if 2 conditions, you can add, as I said, you can add 2 conditions or more. I can put this if lives and if score, or if score and if health, and so on. We will see that in next video. So endless possibilities, that's what I wanted to say, and you can make much more complex games now. Thanks for watching. Sorry for slow talk, but I think you have You are used to it. Bye for now.